What is going on, folks? In this video, I want to talk about how the Detroit Lions should attempt to re-sign wide receiver DJ Chark. I use the word attempt because not everything is just about, well, we get him back. There's always contracts involved, financial ramifications. I want to go through what he did this year. I want to look at the other free agent wide receivers on the market and how it affects us, and potentially what we're missing out if we do not re-sign him, and what potentially could happen for the Detroit Lions if we don't, and same with if we do. So we're just going to go through all of the scenarios and give you an idea of what this bad boy could look like. But before we get into today's video, if you're not subscribed to Lions Nation Unite, go ahead and subscribe right now. We're trying to drop content every single day, a little bit different than other channels here. We got myself, we got Herm, and we got the rest of Lions Nation Unite talking Detroit Lions football. So without further ado, let's get this intro going. DJ Chark right now for free agency. A lot of people are giving their opinion. Should we get him back? Should we not? If we do re-sign him back, is he going to be available the whole season? If we don't, how will the offense change? Well, initially for this up-and-coming season, when you were thinking, or early on this last season, you're like, no way we're going to re-sign DJ Chark. He wasn't producing well. Him, Jared Goff, were not on the same page. The money that we gave him was not living up to the contract, but then the second half of the season, he really showed up. Jared Goff, him got on the same page, and the offense was flourishing, specifically the deep threat. So let's go ahead and look at his stats this year, and if you look at what he's done, 30 receptions for 502 yards, 3 touchdowns, 52 targets, and again, that looks bad. It looks like, well, that's definitely not worth $10 million. And it wasn't if you look at the totality of things, but at the end of the year, when they really started clicking, him and Jared Goff, the offense was really deep threat dynamic. You really could go deep, and he was catching everything. Him and Jared Goff, same page, big play after big play, and we've seen it in his career. He can get it done in his whole career here. 177 receptions for 2,500 yards, 18 touchdowns, and 317 targets. So he gets it done. We know he can get it done, and we've seen it now with the Detroit Lions. Now, what would the market value right now be for DJ Chark? Well, currently on Spot Track, the market value for Chark is $9.5 million annually, a $28 million contract for 3 years, salary of $9.5, so a little bit less than what he did here, and he ranks 35 in the NFL, so one of the best number 2 wide receivers according to Spot Track. That's what it's showing right there for his potential contract there. Let me know in the comment section right now, would you like to re-sign DJ Chark? That'll be a pinned comment for this video. And I'm going to show you why it's going to be difficult to actually get him under that contract. Because the free agent market at wide receiver is not good. It is underwhelming, to say the least. We're going to look at the free agent wide receivers. They'll be hitting the market here. Folks, you got Nelson Aguilar, Sterling Shepard, Randall Cobb, Marvin Jones, Julio Jones, Brian Pringle, Alan Lazard, Jacoby Myers, Deontay Hardy, A.J. Green, Jarvis Landry, Matthew Slater, Cam Sims, N'Keal Harry, Alameda Isaac, Ashton Dulin, Matt Collins, Jamison Crowder, Sammy Watkins, Andre Roberts, and Zach Pascal. This is a very bad free agent market. Very, very bad. And when you have a bad free agent market, a player like DJ Chark, the annual salary is going to go up. So this is what it's saying. Spot Track, I don't believe it. I think his annual salary is going to be much higher because the demand for wide receivers for a team like the Chicago Bears, who don't have a number 1 wide receiver, will probably be trying to get someone of DJ Chark's value. And yes, he's one of the best wide receivers in free agency. So the value of him is going to go up. That's going to hurt the Lions' chances to sign him. So if the Lions were to bring him back, he's going to have to take a pay cut. He's going to have to, because that's just what we got going on here. We can't pay $13 million for a wide receiver. We can't. But he means a lot to this Lions offense. He truly does. With him on the outside, you would have Jameson Williams and Amon-Ra first down all together at wide receiver. And you expect Jameson Williams to take that next step. This offense would be even more dynamic, and it was one of the best offenses of football. If you take away that deep threat with DJ Chark, it minimizes the playbook a little bit for Ben Johnson. It does. And who's going to take over for that? Now, Jameson Williams definitely could step in that spot. I think we all believe that. Will Josh Reynolds be a number 3? We know Khalif Raymond. He can definitely do that, but he's not the taller type. The Lions should attempt to re-sign DJ Chark. The word is attempt here, because we can't overpay for him. We can't. And if it does hit the market to where Chark has been outbidded, the Lions are going to have to find another wide receiver. Now, it's not needed where they have to go high in the draft or anything like that. You can acquire a wide receiver in mid to late round if you lose DJ Chark, a bigger guy. But just like we've seen multiple times with rookies, it took Amon-Ra St. Brown a half a season to get at that level. Jameson Williams still not at that level. Generally speaking, it takes a little bit of time for these rookie wide receivers to take that jump you need them to take. And again, if you look at free agency for the wide receivers, they're not that good. They're not. And if you can't get Chark back, what are you going to do there? So are you going to take a rookie in and slowly groom him and hope that this offense can, come along still good as you're trying to win the NFC North? So it's a big-time conundrum for Brad Holmes and Dan Campbell to make this decision. Absolutely not. You should not pay him Kenny Galladay money. No. But I think that spot track, if you could get him for 9.5 on a 3-year, $28 million, I think that would be perfect. So if they're going to try to re-sign DJ Chark, you got to do it before free agency, because if he hits the free agent market, the odds of him coming to Detroit seems unlikely. Other teams need a wide receiver. So this one is pretty big, if you ask me. I know the fan base is split on bringing him back or not. And also, you do got to worry about, is he going to have that leg injury again this season? Now, after he came back, though, he seemed perfectly fine. He did. It's a conundrum, but I would like to see Chark back in Detroit. I would. Because I know the chemistry with him and Goff has been, they are doing strikes, deep pass strikes. And it really changes an offense when you can stretch it out like that. And I would like this offense to continue its firepower that it has done all last year. All the progress they did with this offense, I want it to continue, because if we get this defense to take a step forward, the Lions have a legitimate shot to win the NFC North, a legitimate shot to take over the Minnesota Vikings, because they got a hell of a wide receiver core. They do. You got to keep up with them. And it looks bleak in free agency. Maybe. Well, we know. We know that Brad Holmes is a guru in the draft. So whatever decision he ultimately does regarding DJ Chark, I'm going to be on board with, because he knows what he's doing. It's still a little bit of a gamble. It is. But I do trust his evaluation of talent in finding a wide receiver in the draft. Now, if we don't re-sign DJ Chark, I promise I'm going to go over a ton of wide receiver prospects in the draft, later in the draft, that could fit the bill for the Lions as a potential groomer. We're talking 5th round and 6th rounds. I will go over that list, and we will go over it to see, what Brad Holmes can do regarding getting a wide receiver if Chark is gone. But This is a big decision for them. It's a big decision for this team. I hope we can get him back, but we'll see. You've seen the free agent list. You've seen the numbers. You've seen the potential contract. You let me know what's your thoughts on this one. With that said, adios.
Perfect.